Okay, so here's one of my first questions. This is an excellent question, and anybody can feel free to answer this question. How in the world do you explain the gap in your resume when you off-ramp and then you want to come back into the workplace? And how do you spit it in a positive way to a potential employer? If anybody wants to tackle that, go for it.
I mean, I guess I was, when I went through the interview process, I was surprised at how few questions I got. Most of the people you interview with are, you know, men. In my business, it's almost all men, but they have families themselves. And so I didn't get that question that often. And so I was actually very pleasantly surprised. And, you know, like I said before, I stayed in touch with, you know, by being on a nonprofit board, and I had that on my resume, you know, stayed in touch with my network. I had people that could vouch for me. I think people were impressed that, you know, I was a mom and that I could multitask. And I know that the CEO of my firm, often when we go into client meetings, one of the first things he says is she has triplets, you know, and they view that as a positive. So I think that we're, which I don't know why, but you know, I think the workforce has changed. I think, you know, most people out there have families and do understand the juggling that has to go on. And I think, you know, a mom can get a lot more done in her day than someone who isn't, because of the fact that she has to juggle a lot.
Anybody else have any insight?